Hello, everyone, and welcome to the post-game rundown, or more post-series rundown from both of the Milwaukee Brewers games I attended in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, at American Family Field against Chicago Cubs back on July 28th and July 29th, 2025. Before we get to this one, guys, I want you guys to please leave a like on the screen, if you're new, hit notifications, leave your comments down below if you guys have any thoughts on this game, on the games I went to. If you guys are at one or both these games, any thoughts, feelings, guys, in general on this post-series one rundown, feel free to leave comments below too, guys. Alright, guys, let's jump right to it. And yeah, guys, today I got to do two games. I'm going to do both Milwaukee Brewers games in this one, second ballpark of the trip. And yeah, guys, so now we're talking about Milwaukee. Yeah, started with Jays and Tigers. Now moving on. So, we drove to Milwaukee. Yes, you guys saw the reveal, the location reveal. We drove from, it's not from Detroit. It was from a different part of Michigan that's closer to Indiana and Illinois, you know what I mean? Like that part, like the western part of Michigan. But yeah, we went over. We drove all the way to Milwaukee. We did 4 states in one day to watch the Brewers. And yes, watch the Milwaukee Brewers take on their division rival, their arch rivals, my second favorite team. Wow, they are still my second favorite team, the Chicago Cubs. I did root for the Brewers for both games, though, because my grandpa forgot his Cubs hat, and I brought a Cubs hat with me because I thought I was going to root for the Cubs for all 4, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because the Brewers, man, they're showing us why they are the best team in baseball, if not one of the best in the National League, if not the best in all baseball in the National League. They're a great team, man. The Brewers, I just want to say they're a great team. But anyways, guys, I don't want to waste too much time. I'm going to do 2 games, and there's a lot of scoring in both of them, so we're going to get into it. So we're going to start with Game 1 of the series on July 28th. We only went to 2 games, by the way. That's a disclaimer. Didn't get to see the Cubs 10-3 win. They're only winning the series, by the way. And the Milwaukee Brewers would end up taking the win in Game 1 of the series. The final score in Game 1 was the Milwaukee Brewers 8 and the Chicago Cubs 4. Another 8-4 win for me. Yeah, that was good. Another great game for me. It was awesome. You know, right back on the winning side of things again with the Milwaukee Brewers. Man, let's go Brewers. Man, that was awesome. And I just want to say the fans were electric. They called it the Statement Series because it's basically the statement for all of baseball, basically, and especially the National League as a whole and the Central, National League Central. I mean, both teams have been really good this year, but I think the Brewers have a slight edge. But anyways, guys, let's get to the top of the first inning. Make sure it's a little closer. All right, so top of the first is a weird inning. There was a lot of errors committed by the Brewers as well. But yeah, there's like a lot of messed up plays. But anyways, Pete Crow, I'm sure, would strike out. It would end up being a wild pitch. The ball went behind the catcher, William Contreras. And then, yeah, it was ruled a wild pitch by Jacob Mizorowski. Who would score on this play, bro? I'm trying to see. Yeah. Yeah, so PCA strike out Sweeney, and then Bush. Oh, yeah, Michael Bush scored. Okay, there we go. Michael Bush scored, Tucker to third, and Suzuki to second. Yeah, so that's what happened there. Very confusing. And then Ian Happ, next play, we're still on top of the first. Ian Happ would single on a soft ground ball. And then Tucker would score, then Suzuki score, and it was also a throwing error because, yeah, Mizorowski was trying to throw it to the first baseman. I don't know who's first base for the Brewers. That would be Andrew Vaughn. Yeah, so he's trying to throw it to Andrew Vaughn, and then, yeah, got off his glove, I think, and then the 2 runs came in to score. That made 2-0 Chicago, 3-0 Chicago. What am I talking about? That was 3-0 Cubs. That's unfortunate for the Brewers. Yeah, that's tough, but my grandpa and all the other Cubs fans there, they were roaring because it's so close, right? They just come from an hour away. Cubs fans are loyal. They definitely go up there. But anyways, guys, let's move on to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And thankfully, the Brewers would be getting on the board here. Christian Yelich, my first time seeing him play live in person, he would get a double. And that would score Sal Frelick, making it 3-1 Chicago. So it was good. My first Brewers run, oh my God. My first Brewers run live in person came off one of the guys who I was looking most forward to see. Man, I can't find my words right now, but yeah, I was really looking forward to see Christian Yelich for the first time, and yeah, he did it. He got my first Brewers run for me live in person. So that was awesome. RBI double, and that made it 3-1. Brewers on the board. And just before that, also, I want to congratulate Matthew Boyd because he did get his 1,000 career strikeout. I looked at it on the highlights after, just before that hit. So that was good. Good for Matthew Boyd. And yeah, I mean, two good pitchers in this one, too. Two really good pitchers. Anyways, guys, moving on to the next play. Isaac Collins would get a RBI single, and Yelich would score. Contreras scored, and then Yelich scored behind him. That made it 3-3. That was a great RBI. The fans, Brewers fans, were going nuts at this point. Both fan bases were really loud. It was like a home game for both teams. I gotta be honest. It felt like a home game for either side. Like, it was nuts. Like, those fans, both sides, absolutely going nuts in this one. This was definitely the best place for the fans. I love the fans in Milwaukee. Like, they're awesome. Anyways, guys, still the same inning, guys. Still in the bottom of the third. This would be a sac fly by Bryce Terrain. It was successful. Andrew Vaughn scored. That made it a 4-3 game for the Milwaukee Brewers. Let's go. That was a great sac fly. Bryce Terrain, also saw him for the first time. Really good stuff. Gotta respect Bryce Terrain. And then we're moving on to the bottom of the fifth inning. Brewers will not be done yet. They still got some more offense in them. Andrew Vaughn did it again. Another hit for him, and it would be a deep ball, deep to left center field, and it was gone. His 9th home run on the season, solo home run. That put the Brewers up 5-3. Let's go. My first Brewers home run, live in person at American Family Field. Thanks to Andrew Vaughn. Man, Andrew Vaughn this whole series, though, has been cooking, I tell you guys. But that made it 5-3. That was amazing. Next bottom half of the inning, bottom of the 6th inning, Sal Frelick would also get another RBI hit. Or not RBI, no, sorry, he scored on the first run. But he would make an impact again. He would get a hold of the one deep to right field, and it was gone. No doubt about it. Sal Frelick, another solo home run for the Brewers. That made it 6-3 Milwaukee. Really good stuff. Another home run, solo home run in back-to-back half innings. And the Brewers are up by, they're doubling up on the Cubs. 6-3. Really good stuff for the Brewers. Moving on to the top of the second. Unfortunately, that lead would be getting cut a little bit. Kyle Tucker would single on a ground ball. Horner would score. That made it 6-4. So it is what it is. I want to say with Kyle Tucker, I think this was my first ever time seeing him play live because I haven't seen Houston since the no-hitter game, and I don't think he was playing the league yet. So I think this was my first game seeing Kyle Tucker live, so that was pretty cool. That's what I was seeing for the first time. And then bottom of the 7th inning, same inning, the Brewers would put the final nails in the coffin on this game as Christian Yelich does it again. Another RBI hit. He would get a hold of one, and he drilled it. And it just went over the fence, barely over the fence, right center field. It was gone just over the fence. 3rd home run of the game for the Brewers. That was a 2-run shot. Doubling up again, 8-4 Milwaukee, and that would be it. That would be all she wrote. Trevor McGill, they were struggling a little bit, but Trevor McGill came in, got the final out, and that was it. The Brewers won 8-4, game 1. That was a really good game 1, really entertaining. Brewers were amazing. The offense was cooking. Loved the fireworks. Got to see Bernie Brewer go down the slide 3 times in the first game. That was awesome. Loved this. I loved the mascot. Bernie Brewer going down the slide. That was awesome. Fireworks. I actually didn't know the Brewers had fireworks, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I knew the White Sox did, and a couple other teams did, but I didn't know the Brewers had it. So I was not expecting it. But the roof was open too. The roof was open for both games. Man, the roof was really cool too. But we'll get into that after. Yeah, I guess we'll just get straight into the second game. I don't want to waste too much time, guys. Yeah, so we are moving on to Game 2 of this post-game rundown. We're going to get straight into it. Start with the scoring. The final score would be, and the Milwaukee Brewers end up taking the win. Once again, the final score would be the Milwaukee Brewers 9 and the Chicago Cubs 3. So basically, one more run for the Brewers, one less for the Cubs. Pretty much, the same amount of runs for both games. Those 12 runs for both games. That's pretty good. This time, the Brewers took it 9-3. A little bit more of a blowout this time around. But anyways, guys, start with the scoring. And unfortunately, the Cubs did score first again. We move to the top of the second inning to start. Dansby Swanson would ground into a force out. Third baseman Siegler, who just played in the second game. And then PCA would score. Pete Cromshaw scored. That made it 1-0 Cubs. Yeah, that is what it is. It was a force out to force in a run. So basically a sacrifice RBI. And that made it 1-0 Cubs. Moving on to the bottom of the second. Anthony Siegler, man. This guy just came in this game. It was out on a sacrifice fly. So yeah, this would be a sac fly. And Andrew Vaughn would score. That tied the game at 1. Good stuff. Sac fly for Siegler. Good stuff. That tied the game. Moving on. Next play of this game. The MVP of this series. Bottom three. Andrew Vaughn would also get a sacrifice fly. That was scorer Jackson Chourio, who did get injured in this game and trying to run for a triple. He did get in there, but he did. It was like similar to what Varshall did against the A's. Trying to hustle, and I think he hurt his leg or something. I don't know. Hopefully he's doing okay. I'm not sure if he's still playing right now, if he's on the IL. I think he's on the IL. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, Chourio got hurt during this game as well. But he did score on that play. That made it 2-1 Milwaukee. Moving on to the bottom of the fifth inning, William Contreras would get a double on a sharp line drive, and Blake Perkins, the guy who came in to replace Chourio, he would score. That made it 3-1 Milwaukee. So really good. 3-1 Brewers. And then moving on to never mind. It's the same inning. Andrew Vaughn would also single on a ground ball, and that would score William Contreras. Made it get 4-1. The MVP does it again of this series. Andrew Vaughn cooking. Absolutely cooking. There's guys. Well, next scoring place still in the same inning. Caleb Durbin, another sac fly. That would score Yelich, make it 5-1. So that's, I think, the third sac fly of this game now. Yeah, I think that's number 3. And yeah, moving on to the next game play. Unfortunately, going to the top of the 6th, Cubs are getting another run. And Nico Horner would crush a ball deep to left field, and it was gone. That made it 5-2 Brewers. That would be his 4th on the year. That's unfortunate. Solo shot, 5-2. Yeah, it was nice. Nice to see a Cubs homer every once in a while. Whatever. They were happy. My grandpa was happy. And that made it, made it 5-2, but not for long. Bottom 6, bases were loaded. Guess who's coming up to the plate, guys? Andrew Vaughn. Big at-bat here of this game. Bases are loaded. I don't know how many outs, but bases are loaded. And he would see this baseball. He watched it, came towards him. He had the bat. He made contact, and he would absolutely belt the ball deep to left center field. Pretty much where the batter's eye is. And it was gone. It was gone. Grand slam. Andrew Vaughn, man. And that's just the cherry on top right there. Another Brewers home run, but this time a grand slam. My second grand slam in Major League Baseball. Springer was the first one, and now I got to see another grand slam home run for Andrew Vaughn. My goodness, 2 home runs in the series in 2 games. That guy was cooking. He was on fire. His bat, red hot. And that made it 9-2. Break it wide open. No chance, well, not no chance, but it's looking pretty unlikely for the Cubs at this point. But top of the 7th inning, PCA, Pete Crow would get a sac fly. That scored Tucker 9-3, but that was it. Brewers closed it out, and they won. They won 9-3, and then they lost 10-3 the next day. But that's okay. Brewers won the series. They took the statement series away from the Chicago Cubs, leading the NL Central Division. Brewers, I gotta give my round of applause. As much as I do love the Cubs as well. They're my second favorite team. They still are. Brewers are my 3rd team now. There's no question about it, guys. I love the Brewers. They're awesome, guys. And yeah, guys, I know you guys don't want to hear about it anymore. We gotta get straight to American Family Field, guys, because there's some few things I want to say. So let's get into it. I guess we'll just go in order. First day, I couldn't really see the stadium too much because I was with my family that day. That's why we did full family games, all 5 of us for 3 of the games on the trip, and that was one of them, so I couldn't do really much of the concourse that day, and we got there a little later, and yeah, so I guess, the first day, so it looked pretty cool on the inside, yeah, from what I did see the first day, it looked pretty cool, and yeah, but anyways, alright, we'll just mainly talk about the second day, because I think that's what we all want to hear, because that's when I got to see the full ballpark. So we got there early, guys. First tip of American Family Field, guys, you got to get there early. I would say even get there at maybe even 4 o'clock. I don't know, maybe 4:15, 4:30. You get there a half hour before the gates open. They open them around 5:10 p.m., 90 minutes before first pitch, which was at 6:40 for both Central Time, by the way, Central Time. So yeah, get there early, guys. Get a good spot, and then walk over to the gate, and then go inside. Then we went inside, went to the team shop the first day. Team shop looked pretty good. It's pretty average. They had a lot of stuff there. Yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of souvenir stuff. Looked pretty cool. And then, yeah, guys, and then guess what I got? So, second day, we didn't go in the team shop, but first thing I did, I knew I wanted to do this. We had to do it, guys. We got the Brewers ice cream helmet, guys. Yeah, got the ice cream in it. Ice cream's pretty good. I mean, I think that was more similar to Toronto with like the swirls and all that, but yeah, look pretty similar. But you don't have the yellow thing on the bottom, but looks nice. You got the nice mitt. You got the MB Milwaukee Brewers. Got the baseball. It's like a glove. Looks pretty cool. The back's just average, but yeah, love this. Another nice logo. Another great add to my collection. So another new helmet to the collection. 4 of them now from each ballpark. That's what I said, guys. Every ballpark I visit, I'm going to get a helmet, and I got one from the Brewers. So there you go. There's your Brewers helmet. Got to get that one. So we got the helmet, then we went around the 100 level. It looked pretty cool. Yeah, it looked pretty nice. They had some contests too. A lot of entertainment there too, guys. And maybe not as much on the outside, but the inside. It's more about the inside, guys, right? Yeah, I went around. Saw a few things. Outfield looked pretty cool. A little bit of different entrances too. It was a pretty cool place. You know, I like the lighting fixtures on the ceiling. That looked pretty cool. The signs. Got to see some stuff. Pretty cool. 100 level was pretty average. 200 level though was really good. They had like this area where they had all these food trucks as well. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then they had like that thirst. They had some stuff there too. Some really cool food items. They had like pulled pork, all that. It looked pretty good. I should have tried the pulled pork. I like pulled pork, guys. I should have tried that pork sandwich, but maybe next time if I ever go back, maybe I'll try it. And then also I forgot about the 100 level. They also have this spot. I think it's like on the first base side, like right field or whatever, around there, like first base side. They have like this place, and they show like all the things that make beer, like these huge, I don't know what you call them, but they make beer. They make fresh beer in the ballpark, so that's awesome because of the Brewers, obviously. The beer, right? Has something to do with beer. But yeah, like you brew up the beer. But yeah, that looked really cool. Got to see those huge containers where they have the beer. They make beer there, fresh beer, guys. And yeah, I was smelling a lot of beer there too, guys. It is a beer stadium, guys. I mean, they live up to their name, Milwaukee Brewers. You know, it makes sense that they should have beer in the ballpark. You know, especially making it fresh like that. If you want beer, I don't want to drink beer, guys, but if you're going to get it, you're probably going to want to get it at American Family Field, guys. Just saying, for any beer lovers watching this video right now. Fresh beer on site. You guys saw it. They make beer there. Fresh. You got to get it. But yeah, they got the food trucks on the 200. That looked pretty cool as well. 200 was pretty good as well. You know, they had the thirst section, they had the food trucks and all that, so it looked pretty cool. They looked like they had a lot of selection there for food as well, guys. Yeah, that was pretty good. And then went up to the 400. 400's a little bit more average, but not bad. It looks pretty nice in the 400s as well for concourse wise. It looked pretty good. And then our seats for both games were pretty much behind the plate, similar spots. Like the first game, we were like on the higher part, and then like just those bottom 3 rows, we were there for game 2. So a little bit of different spots for different parts, for different games. And then for food, what I ate the first day, I had chicken fingers and fries. Those are pretty good. I like the chicken fingers. They're really nice. I recommend it, guys, and fries too. I recommend you guys get that. So I had that day 1, and then day 2, obviously I had the helmet. Yeah, obviously, you gotta get the helmet at every stadium. It's just something you gotta do. And then had some popcorn as well. Popcorn's a little average. It is a little bit, like, you gotta add butter to it as well, yeah. Yeah, because it's like I saw one, it looked like it's all white popcorn. So you guys gotta add butter to that one yourself, I think, which in a way is good. So at least you can put as much or as little as you want for butter. For me, I like butter and salt on my popcorn. I need butter and salt on my popcorn. I do like caramel corn as well, guys, but... And yeah, the stadium looked pretty cool. The outfield looked cool. Got to see a slide, obviously. The fireworks. They did the fireworks and they're coming on the field. It was pretty cool. I liked that. I liked it. It looked pretty nice. I mean, yeah, maybe it's not the best. Some people say, it's kind of not the best. For me, it's not bad. I think for me, it's pretty good. I like it. I like the experience. They also, for the 7th-inning stretch, it's like the Blue Jays. They do the 7th-inning. They do the take me out to the ball game first, and then they have their own song. It's called like Roll the Barrel, something like that. It was really cool. I didn't know they did their own song in Milwaukee too. So That's pretty cool. It's a pretty similar concept to the Blue Jays with their own song. So that was pretty cool. Brewers, I'll tip your cap from a team who also does their own song at the 7-day stretch. I got to give you guys credit, even though they take me out first. I love it. Roll the barrel. I don't even know what the lyrics was, but it was good. I liked it. That was a good song as well. But yeah, pretty cool. It was a really good experience, guys. I would recommend you guys, if you're ever going to Milwaukee, go to a Brewers game. Go in the summer. Go to the Brewers game. You guys got to go. You got to go. It's a great experience. You guys got to check it out. Another experience I highly recommend. Go out to Milwaukee, get a Brewers game. And you know what's better? It's an hour drive from Chicago. So what you could do, you can go watch the Cubs and the White Sox. Then you can go up north. You go up an hour north to Milwaukee, and you watch the Brewers play as well. Maybe do like a 3-team trip there. So that's a good idea, guys. You guys should do it. It's close to Chicago. You guys should go there. I recommend it. I highly recommend it, guys. You guys got to go check out Milwaukee. Wisconsin, you got to go check out the Brewers. Wisconsin's a nice state too, guys. I just want to say Wisconsin is a nice place. It's pretty quiet, pretty laid-back state. My first time going to that state. Pretty nice place. I mean, I recommend you guys go visit it. It's a nice place. It's quiet. If you guys want more of a quiet state, I think Milwaukee's the place. Yeah, Wisconsin is the place. Milwaukee's the place. Very laid-back state. Loved it there. It was awesome. Looked really nice. Love Wisconsin. I definitely want to go back to Milwaukee one day. Gotta go check out these guys again. And the city itself is also pretty small. It almost reminded me of like a Buffalo as well. It makes sense because it's like Toronto and like Buffalo's the smaller market and the Toronto is the big market. And then same thing, Chicago's a huge market for sports and Milwaukee's a smaller market. So it's kind of like the Toronto Buffalo. Very similar in distance with driving. So I guess you guys got to go check out a Brewers game. Yeah, there's no question. You guys got to go to Milwaukee one day. You could do it with Chicago. You can do it with Chicago. If you guys are playing with Chicago, maybe if the Brewers are in town, maybe you go up to Milwaukee as well and get a game there. I recommend it, guys. You guys got to go check them out. It's a fun experience, guys. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, I want you guys to please leave a like, scratch out for new. Hit notifications, leave your comments down below if you guys have thoughts on these games I went to. If you guys are at the games there, thoughts for this guys are Gerald on this post-game rundown. Feel free to leave comments below, guys. I like to hear guys up there. And next time you see me, we'll be on to the next location. One more location. I'm just going to say it. One more place going on the trip. I'm not sure if I said it in the Brewers video. I don't know. But yeah, I think I did mention it. But yeah, one more location left, guys. So you guys will be seeing the next games coming up. And that'll be it, guys. So that's good to it, guys. So I already did, guys. So I guess go Brewers. Good luck to them. You know, I love their team too. So good luck to the Brewers going forward. And that's good to it, guys. So I already did, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
To Churio in the air. Left field. It is gone. This is going to be a tough play. The Cubs.